It's so many men, y'all. It's so many men. Now, don't y'all come just to be here to see the men. But look, we got so many beautiful, good-looking men. Okay, all right. So, Joshua's been here 3 times. He's been to Taco Tuesday 3 times. So, we want you to tell us a little bit about your experience. Did we meet some of your expectations? What did you feel when you came into this space for the first time?
Honestly, so when I first came, I came with a friend, and I actually heard about Fellows like several months ago. But unfortunately, due to scheduling situation, I wasn't able to come. But I recently made a change to where I was like, I specifically wanted to be here on these evenings. So I was like, I need to make a change. So I came a couple weeks ago, and I had heard so many great things as far as like what it's entailing and stuff. So when I came, I was like, I was expecting a little bit of conversation. But I wasn't expecting it to be as open as it was. Usually when I go into spaces of LGBTQ plus, it will not seem as open and safe as we would want it to be, even though it's our own community. So it was really refreshing to be around a group of people that, could feel seen and heard and, get your point of view across without feeling like, people are going to come after you or just, fight you on your point of view.
See, we all about love here. So just come on. We are family. No, we're gonna get into a few topics. So we talked about femininity and masculinity. Okay. So one of the questions was, do you consider yourself more masculine or feminine? And speak a little bit about it.
I definitely feel like I'm kind of in between. Can't see my outfit, but I've definitely got on some high shorts right now with the thighs out.
Thank you.
But and my little bag. But
you gotta keep everything in there.
I feel like it's more of it's a yin to the yang with me because I feel like I exude so many different things that I want to attribute to both facets of myself in regards to the feminine and the masculine. So I may visibly look feminine, but my aura and my mode or my mood may be more masculine. It's interesting to play with those types of two, because even when people talk about like feminine women, like Mariah Carey and how they see, or Beyonce and how they're like very strong women and they exude this masculine energy in a feminine presence, so I kind of like, I also embody that as a gay man because it's like, I love men, I like all types of men, I don't like box myself into like certain things. When I was younger, I used to cater to the type of guy that I would want. So I would like ultra feminize myself and get those types of guys that were into that, or like, other guys that were more masculine, try to get like, try to meet those types of wants and desires, so to speak. And now I get to like actually play with both and combine them both to where like the people that I come across and interact with, they see both of them together. So it's just like, I want them to just like me wholeheartedly versus two different aspects of it.
So here's another one. Do you find yourself code switching between presenting masculine and feminine in certain spaces?
No. And I will say, specifically with my job, like I get to come as I am. I work for a company that's very big on diversity, equity, inclusion.
Okay.
And, I actually get to be the face of a lot of things in my own department that I work in. And in normal spaces, you wouldn't see that because I'm a very extroverted, very sassy gay man. And I also use that to my advantage in corporate settings. Because, a lot of the times, I always joke and say, like, I'm the personality hire because I'm really good with people and relationships.
That's how you bring more people in.
Right. Yeah. But I'm qualified for the job. Like, the job is getting done. I can do anything. And it's like, I don't see myself having to hide or, minimize anything that I carry with myself. I could be dressed in professional clothing and I'm still going to be a sassy, quick with it, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
So, Joshua, what would you tell the person who find themselves in the middle of code switching and who are in the LGBT community? LGBTQ
plus community.
There we go. All of us. What would you tell them? How would you have them overcome that type of situation?
So I would say you have to look within and find out, what do you like? That's what you have to figure out. Because ultimately, a lot of people are into people pleasing and making others feel comfortable, as we were talking about earlier, and minimizing themselves. in doing so. And when you find out what you like, you stick with it, you nurture it, you let it grow, and then that's going to pour out into other things and other opportunities and experiences that you didn't even know were possible because you're allowing yourself to be at your natural state. And it's a beautiful thing when you come as you are, as they say in the church, and you are your true authentic self. You will learn that you're going to attract authenticity in yourself and easy flow, and you know, it's not as like it's not hard. I don't say it's not hard. It's not scary to, you know, walk in first or however you want to walk in. And you know, people really, at the end of the day, people don't care. They look at you, they see a man with a purse, they see a man with a purse for 2 seconds. 2 seconds go by, that's it. That man is gone. Boom.
I like what you said. He said, stick with it, nurture it, and let it grow. Hopefully you let that stick with you as well. Thank you again, Joshua, for coming in. Hopefully we'll see you next week, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in, and welcome to Taco Tuesday.